A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development in the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia, U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin are scheduled to meet in Alaska on August 15th. This meeting comes amid rising tensions and a complex geopolitical landscape, with both leaders expected to discuss a potential peace deal to end the war that has ravaged Ukraine since February 2022. The backdrop of this meeting is marked by a series of statements from U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, who has indicated that any peace agreement will likely leave both sides dissatisfied. It's not going to make anybody super happy. Both the Russians and the Ukrainians, probably, at the end of the day, are going to be unhappy with it, Vance remarked during an interview with Fox News. This candid acknowledgement of the challenges ahead sets the stage for a high-stakes negotiation that many hope will lead to a resolution of the conflict. The upcoming talks are particularly crucial as they represent a pause in the international isolation of President Putin, who has faced increasing pressure since launching a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Trump's administration has hinted at a willingness to explore options that may involve territorial concessions, a notion that has sparked intense backlash from Ukrainian officials and their European allies. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has been vocal in his opposition to any peace deal that excludes Kyiv or involves ceding territory. Ukrainians will not give their land to the occupier, Zelensky stated emphatically. His comments underscore the deep-seated concerns within Ukraine regarding territorial integrity and national sovereignty. As the war continues to take a heavy toll, with estimates of over 100,000 Ukrainian military casualties and more than 1 million Russian casualties, the urgency for a resolution has never been greater. However, the path to peace is fraught with difficulties, as both sides remain entrenched in their positions. European leaders have expressed support for Ukraine and emphasized the need for any negotiations to include Kyiv and the EU. European Union Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas has been particularly vocal, stating that any deal between the US and Russia must have Ukraine and the EU included, for it is a matter of Ukraine's and the whole of Europe's security. Kallas's remarks highlight the broader implications of the conflict, which extend beyond Ukraine's borders and into the heart of European security. The potential for a territorial swap, as suggested by Trump, has raised eyebrows and concerns among European allies. A senior EU official noted that the Russian position appears to frame the discussion around territorial swaps as one-sided, raising questions about the feasibility of such an arrangement. The upcoming meeting in Alaska will not only test the diplomatic skills of both leaders, but also the resilience of international alliances in the face of aggression. As preparations for the meeting unfold, the stakes have never been higher. The world watches closely as the US and Russia navigate a complex web of historical grievances, national interests, and the pressing need for peace. With both sides facing mounting pressure from their respective constituencies, the outcome of this meeting could have far-reaching consequences for the future of Ukraine, Russia, and the stability of Europe as a whole. In the lead-up to the talks, Zelensky has reiterated that any decisions made without Ukraine's involvement would be dead decisions that would not lead to lasting peace. This sentiment resonates with many in Ukraine, who are weary of the ongoing conflict and its devastating impacts. As Kyiv's Western allies rally behind Ukraine, the message is clear: the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine cannot be compromised. The road to peace is likely to be long and arduous, but as the leaders prepare to meet, there is a glimmer of hope that dialogue may pave the way for a resolution to one of the most pressing geopolitical crises of our time. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.